welcome back to part 2 of our show. Our stream dropped off for a quick moment, but we're back and we're going to dive into headlines to see what made headlines, and then we'll have your road report for you. So, Thursday, March 16th. Can't believe it's mid-March, but we have a very happy, heartwarming story on the cover. Wishes do come true. Balloons drop for Sadie, who's 6 years old in Basalt. Her family is presented with a check during a Make-A-Wish Foundation. And this was presented at an assembly at Eagle Valley High School in Gypsum. She's battled leukemia and wishes to visit Hawaii and swim with dolphins. So, man, that is a heartwarming story. Love the balloons and love Make-A-Wish Foundation. But making the big headline for today, early vision for the West End. Commissioners get a look at a preliminary design for a project on county-owned land that will have to be approved by the town of Eagle. If you're interested in reading that story, you can visit page A3. But looking at the local and region news, a half a century of growth. Alpine Bank has grown, but carefully, over 50 years. That top photo shows Alpine Bank founder Bob Young, second from the left, at the ribbon cutting for the firm's first bank in Carbondale. So awesome. So you can kind of take a look and see what their last 50 years has been like. We here in the county definitely are very familiar with Alpine Bank. So you can celebrate half a century with them on your local and region, page A2. And Eagle considers signage on trails in English and Spanish. These efforts will aim to increase on-trail education. You can read a little bit more about this on page A8. Taking the arts and entertainment cover, Magic That Will Make You Laugh. This is a show happening up at the Villar Center this evening in Beaver Creek. And taking the stage is Justin Wilmond. And if you want to go, tickets are still available. There's 2 shows, one at 4:30 and one at 7:30. 7:30 is a little bit more for the adults. 4:30 is perfect for the kids. They all start at $45 and $32 for kids. You can visit villarpac.org for tickets. Whether you've seen him or you haven't discovered him yet, you do not want to miss Justin Wilmette. Magic for Humans in person. 2 chances this evening. You can read more about him on Arts and Entertainment B1. And more of Arts and Entertainment, Andy Haynes to perform at the Vail Comedy Show. This is a new pop-up show that is going to be at Shakedown Bar next Wednesday. And the Vail Comedy Festival is also set to return May 26th through the 28th. So you're going to catch many different comedy shows. But Vail Comedy Show normally just sprinkles a couple shows per month. But this new pop-up is going to be so great with Andy Haynes. If you're interested, there's a little Q&A article to learn a little bit more about his experience. So you can read more about A2. And some more arts and entertainment. Come on, we're the new Nashville. Opry at the Amp features 6 acts. So we're extremely excited for this upcoming festival act, Opry at the Amp, presented by the Vail Valley Foundation and AEG, Discover Vail, and Vail Resorts. So this is going to be April 7th through 8th, Friday and Saturday. Doors are at 4:30. And there are some big names coming to all celebrate Vail's 60th anniversary. Polo and Pan. Oh my gosh, I'm such a fan. They're like a French house club music. We have Big Gigantic, DJ Pee Wee, aka Anderson Paak, and so many more artists. Also, there's Mount Joy. They were a new announcement, and they're going to be later this summer, but lots to anticipate for launching off the summer season and closing down the winter season. So you can visit grfavail.com for more information. And I think that wraps us up. There's Town Talk, of course, so you can always submit your photo using the hashtag VailLive or email a photo and caption, maybe wish somebody a happy birthday. But there's so much good information in the paper. Maybe if you're getting ideas for restaurants or stores that are having special sales, it's our favorite place to stay in the know. So pick up your free copy today. All right, let's talk about roads. The roads were like a soap opera yesterday. They were so dramatic. There was so much happening. I mean, there was a truck on fire down in Eagle in the morning. And then later in the morning, there was a rock slide in Dow Junction that closed both east and west at West Vail, which is crazy. And then there was a hazmat spill down in Eagle area. So the interstate was backed up for hours, both directions at all parts of the day. So hopefully today will be a little bit better. But let's pull up those road cams and take a look on how the roads look. It was a pretty easy commute, but there was definitely still a little bit of moisture in some places and definitely a little bit icy in some places. So, and after a storm, it's always a good idea to slow it down. You don't even have to drive the true speed limit because you just don't know what to expect when someone's going to slide and get out of control. I mean, the crashes that happen here on our crazy I-70 is definitely a thing. So we're always trying to be cautious and not be a part of that. Live to drive another day. But traffic is flowing pretty nice, especially from the Front Range up to the high country. That'll pick up starting Friday up here to the high country, but then returning back to Denver always is tricky and extends the duration of the travel time on Sunday. So I always like to make people aware of that because we do see a lot of traffic because people want to come ski our mountains, which obviously makes sense. So we'll definitely be seeing people for the St. Paddy's weekend, lots of celebrations. Do expect to see slow trucks. You can see that right in East Vail. That truck is moving pretty slow, and plows on the street also really slow down. But no new snow is expected. Maybe an inch today of accumulation, but it's going to be nice and breezy this weekend. So hopefully we don't have to have another soap opera of an episode of the roads. I mean, it's so dramatic here, but it is still beautiful. So drive safely, folks. And we have a very exciting interview coming up. I know Trisha's finding them out in Vail Village. So we won't even tell you too much about that yet. Are they ready? No, okay. They're still going to get set up, but we're going to take a quick break, but we have more information coming at you. So stay with us.
Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery stands for providing the highest quality of care to our unique patient population here in the mountains.
I think that what makes us unique is that we really are practicing groundbreaking techniques, yet, we practice it in a small town environment. Our patients are our neighbors and our kids go to school with their kids.
I think every one of our docs treat their patients like their family. Our goal is to keep you active, doing the things you want to do, and we'll map out a road to success to get you there.
Love is in the air at the outlets at Castle Rock and Silverthorne. And we are going to wow you with some of the fabulous looks that we have to share with you today from J. Crew and Adidas. Let's take a look. Here's Rachel in J. Crew. I love her navy preppy blazer with striped lining, striped pink tee, amazing white jeans, white sneakers, and gorgeous pink ribbon earrings. With her savings card booklet, it'll be $197, saving $316. Here's Enza in J. Crew Kids with her denim jean jacket, her heart filigree tee, sweetheart leggings, heart necklace, and her white slip-on tennis shoes. Full outfit $101 with her savings card booklet. Wow, Liv, you look amazing in J. Crew sportswear line. From her fabulous striped button top, pink leggings, fleece jacket, pearlized headband, fingerless gloves, and her amazing tennis shoes with the pink and copper colors, all from the internet return. Her outfit $145 outlet, fabulous. Kate is in Adidas in her pink hoodie, pastel leggings, black tote, and her white and pink running shoes. Her whole outfit would come to $138. Okay, Rachel, you look fabulous in your amazing full-length bubble coat from Guess. You've got your fabulous hoodie with the faux fur, and look at those adorable pearl gold shades. Whole outfit with the shades, $138. Here's Kate in Adidas with this black cropped jacket, $42. It's 40% off of their jackets. Here's Liv. She's in Guess in the most amazing puffer jacket with fleece detailing inside the hood. Love the black belt and the sunglasses. Jacket reduced to $65. And her shades are only $45 from $90. Love is in the air at the outlets at Castle Rock and Silverthorne. And just a reminder, be sure and pick up your savings card booklet at the outlets at Castle Rock in the food court at customer service and the outlets at Silverthorne at the Colorado Welcome Center. Love is in the air, and so are the discounts that you're going to find in the savings book. See you soon.
Hyatt's newest luxury resort in Vail.
Thank you to the Grand Hyatt Vail for sponsoring this weather segment. We're going to dive right in. The cold temperatures are back with us. Currently, it's about 20 degrees. Up on the peaks, it's about 13 degrees. We're going to see a low of 11 today, and we can expect to see maybe an inch of accumulation on the valley floor, maybe up to 2 to 5 up in the higher areas. But we are in a winter weather advisory until 6 p.m. this weekend. But looking ahead, we have sunny skies coming at us starting tomorrow. Mainly sunny skies. We have a high of 30, low of 4, and winds west-northwest 5 to 10 miles per hour, and that humidity level is 50%. So that does make everything feel a little bit colder. But that drops down to about 38% on Saturday, mainly sunny, high of 32, low of -5. So do make sure you wear those layers because it'll start chilly and end chilly. Sunday will be very similar with a few afternoon clouds, high of 36. So just a little bit warmer than Saturday. So just a gorgeous weekend to be up on the mountain with family and friends, enjoying the fresh air. Only about 40 more days on the mountain at both Vail and Beaver Creek. So make sure you're using that ski pass. And then we'll see the return of a storm early next week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is when we can expect to see that snow accumulation, maybe even over a foot. We're predicting about 16 to 17 inches in the next 6 to 10 days. That can always change a lot. We never know exactly how to predict it, but let's stay hopeful for some fresh snow. In the last 24 hours, Beaver Creek got 6 new inches, Vail 5. So it should be a great day on the mountain. Last weekend we had huge powder days and it really softened everything up. 8 inches at the Beav overnight. So that was a fantastic powder day. Hopefully we see more of those and we'll maybe hit the 300-inch mark for our season. We've well surpassed even what we got last year. So we're in a good snow year and we're so grateful for it. So all of the mountains are open. I did hear there was some issues with the Lion's Head gondola yesterday. So hopefully that has cleared up and the lifts can run nice and smooth today and everyone can really spread out. The back bowl should be all open and it's just going to be a gorgeous day. So hopefully you're getting up on the mountain. But if you're looking for some entertainment, some nightly events, there's a lot happening, and especially at the Villar Performing Arts Center, which is up in Beaver Creek. And as we have been talking about, Justin Wellman is presenting his Magic for Humans in person. So this is a little bit of magic, a little bit of comedy. And, you know, we saw a magician comedian Piff the Magic Dragon, but Justin's no dragon, but he is really funny. And there are still tickets available. 2 performances today. There is going to be one at 4:30, which is very kid-friendly. Bring the families. There's some ticket 4-pack for $148. Otherwise, children's tickets are $32. Everything else is $45. So very reasonable pricing. And then there'll be another performance to follow at 7:30, which will be a little bit more, you know, maybe a little bit for more mature audiences. But there's also the opportunity to get a VIP meet and greet for just a little bit more money per person. So that is all happening tonight at the Villar. And then looking ahead, we still have lots ahead. So Friday, Danu celebrates St. Patrick's Day with us, and they're all the way from Ireland, and they're on their North American tour, and they sell out shows in Ireland all the time. So I can't believe that they're able to celebrate on the actual holiday of St. Paddy's Day. This performance is going to be at 7 p.m. on Friday. There is also an earlier one, and this is part of the STARS segment. So this is support the arts reaching students. So this is a great way to get students in at really awesome pricing. Adults 15, children 12. So that's going to be during the day. So we're going to get our Irish celebration on for Friday, and then on Saturday we have Pat Green coming back. He has been here in Vail before. And he's credited as one of Texas country's modern era founding fathers. So he is a big country star. He's got a new album that he's going to be singing a lot of songs from. So if you're a country fan, this is going to be a nice rock and roll country music for you. So take a look, see for tickets. There are still tickets available for this. So that's a great way. Performance is at 7 p.m. And then looking ahead, I'm really excited about Ballet X. They're coming on March 25th. And Ballet X, you've maybe seen them with the Vail Dance Festival. And they are a contemporary ballet, and they're from Pennsylvania. And they are actually going to have an entire performance later on this summer with the Vail Dance Festival, who just announced their lineup. So maybe we could even pull that up just to show it off. But we'll catch Ballet X this month, 7 p.m. And the directors, Christine Cox and Matthew Neenan, just incredible direction and choreography. They're really grounded in ballet, but they have such a unique contemporary style to them. And they've really picked up a lot of that style and all match it throughout the company. So I actually know a few of these dancers, just absolutely great people. So you can see them March 25th at the Villar. And then do we have that schedule pulled up with Vail Dance? Let's pull that up, because this was just announced yesterday, and we're always really anticipating the calendar announcement of this. This is a dance festival that happens in the summer. This year, July 28th to August 7th. And we have Martha Graham coming back, which is really exciting. This is a renowned modern company. We're going to see an up close of George Balanchine's 20th Century. We have the LA Dance Project. And then we have the Dance for 2023, which is really community oriented. Every seat in the house is $20.23. So be on the lookout when tickets go on sale, because that will sell out fast. We, of course, have the Dancing in the Park, which is the free concert and dance performance in Avon. Our international evenings, Ballet X, August 6th. So, and obviously we also have the Now premieres, which is a whole night of new premiere work. So just an awesome announcement that went yesterday, but we're looking forward to Ballet X, and we have a little sneak peek into the company and what we can expect at the Villar. So let's roll that tape.
You know, I think the ballet is one of hope. The way Sid rejects his father, goes on a journey, becomes destitute, becomes wealthy, becomes destitute again, lives a simpler life, has a child, discovers the profundity of true love, and then decides to finally seek peace and tame his ego once and for all. I mean, that's applicable to so many lives in general. You will experience life, and that the Buddha is saying that all life is suffering, and that once you accept that, you can begin to live your life with some kind of equanimity. That is ultimately the story of Sid. Like, he finally embraces without rejecting anything. He just embraces it all and says, that is the beginning of my transformation into a spiritual being.
We believe in the power of a live performance. We believe in making memories together. Join us as we celebrate 25 years of making moments that last a lifetime. Bringing concerts, comedy, Broadway, classical, dance, and family entertainment in the heart of the Rocky Mountains in Beaver Creek Village. View the full lineup and get tickets today at villarpack.org.
Moet Vending for life's spontaneous, festive moments. Celebrate at the Grand Hyatt Vail.
Welcome to Nap Harvest. We are showcasing healthy habits, and you can start right here feeding your family healthy organic vegetables and fruits that are seasonal and local. They're all the way from Arizona with our wonderful, beautiful citrus fruits that we sneak across the border for. But don't forget our nap mushrooms, grown at 9,000 feet. Mushrooms are chock full of benefits for you. And then also the microgreens, also chock full of vitamins. Come see us at Nap Harvest in Eagle Ranch on Sylvan Lake Road next to Color Coffee. We're open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturdays and Sundays, 10 to 4.
March is all about celebrating women. We have the History of Women Month. And what better to bring on Elaine Kelton and her book, Woman Who Walked This Bridge, which is very famous here in the Valley. She's got so many stories, and she's joining Tricia Swenson to share a little more.
All right, yes, Meredith, we've got it. The women of Vail, those who walked this bridge, and we're talking, the era was 1962 to 1970. And joining us now, the co-author, Elaine Kelton. Carolyn Pope is the other one, but she's not going to be in town until the event at the Colorado Snow Sports event on Saturday. But you two wrote this book, and it came out in 2012. That was Vail's 50th anniversary. I can't believe we're now into the 60th.
We are. And the book was in response to the 4 or 5 other books that had been written by Dick Hauserman, by June Simonton, and by Peter Seibert, each of which allowed the women about 7 or 8 pages. We were fortunate enough when we all came together that literally the glass ceiling did not exist here for women. We were able to act on what was needed the same way everyone else did. Rini Gorsuch, Shaika Granson, the women that owned shops up and down the brick each saw a need in the women that worked for the hospital to get way prior hospital. But at any rate, what we did was interview 150 women. It's a lot of estrogen, and the stories are fabulous. Victor Frankl, who is a probably world-known philosopher and psychologist, spoke about storytelling. Each of us has memories. Each of us shares our experiences, but each of us is not citing history. We are our stories. And these are the stories of the women in the first 7 years.
Yeah, and you know what? And I love how the forward is by Warren Miller. So you think it'd be written by a woman, but it's Warren. And, he really says in here, he's like, it really was the women who kind of got this place going and stuff. And I love how you say that it wasn't a glass ceiling. It was just like whatever needed to be done. And you guys knew, okay, we need to do something with the schools. So we need to do something with the hospital. And everyone pitched in. I love that pioneering spirit. And it wasn't luxurious back in the day. You hear the stories about bringing water from the creek and everything.
Luxury was not the first thing you thought of in Vail in 1963 as we opened, trucking snow to the base of the mountain to bring people off of it way prior to what we know of snowmaking and grooming. Vail had dirt streets, there was no I-70. Route 6 was our access up over Loveland Pass to get to Denver.
You had one doctor, and a lot of times you'd be sent to Denver.
No doctor.
Oh, I thought Steinberg. When did he get here?
Dr. Steinberg came in 2 years later.
Oh. So, if you were having a baby, you were driving to Denver. Or maybe having it
Glenwood
here.
Springs, or you had it here.
Well, no, you have so many accounts. You mentioned 150 different women were interviewed for this, and such great stories. And you're going to have some of them with you at the Colorado Snow Sports Museum on Saturday for the Through the Lens event. Tell us about this.
We will have Annetta Dixon, Shirley Ward, Jebby Brown, who taught skiing to darn near every kid in town, and swimming in the summer. It's an event in partial celebration of Vail's 60th, of Vail coming of age. It is also a celebration who made Vail the Vail you see. We will be at the ski museum. You'll need tickets to get in, and it will be 6 p.m. to about 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
We hope you all will come and join.
Well, and you know what? And just the Q&A, I think, is going to be fun too.
Absolutely.
And just to see, because, it was an interesting time as well. 1962, you think about some of the world events that were happening, some of the performers, the Beatles and some of those bands, and you just think about the times and what were going on. And so it's just a very interesting time frame and different things that led people here and different things that kept people here. Are you glad you stayed?
I think every one of us was only smart enough to know that this was a great place to be. We have the world's greatest mountain and a place to bring children up now, to grow families, to expand. We have some of the world's greatest orthopedic surgical work being done. But originally we never thought of ourselves as pioneers. Not one of us thought we would grow to be a sprawling valley that covers from Vail Pass today to Eagle, Gypsum, and an airport that's bringing flights in.
Oh yeah, and just the world. Everyone knows you say Vail, and they're like, oh yeah, they know where that is. It has international status. Beaver Creek, especially with the ski racing, international status. So yeah, who knew 60 years ago that we'd be doing this today?
None of us.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're so happy to have you here. Any favorite story in here that you'd like to share?
Yes, I think a way of sharing how this is their experiences and not their actual history was that there are 5 stories, and this is not a woman of Vail, but there are 5 stories about Paul Testreed riding his horse into the I-cornated brook, at which point you realize just how exactly simple Vail was.
Oh yeah.
Daphne Slevin, she and her husband had 2 or 3 restaurants here. About the time of marijuana coming in, her staff would generally engage in a little usage after hours. And they always would leave Daphne and Jim a little bit left over. And I said, what did you do with this, Daph? And she said, Oh, in an English accent that Maggie Thatcher would allow anything said in Parliament. She said we filed it under future travel.
Oh my gosh, yeah, all the good stories. And you can find this book. It is for sale at the Colorado Snow Sports Museum. You can probably get an autographed copy. I have an autograph from you and Carolyn way back in 2012 when we got this. So I love having the autograph right here. So yeah, come out to this event on Saturday. It should be a wonderful way to just learn more about the history and gain more of an affinity for Vail. Elaine, thanks so much. It's
Thank
always
you.
good to hear from you.
Fabulous.
Okay, all right, Meredith, any questions? I mean, these are pretty interesting stories.
Oh my gosh, I've been wanting to get one of these books for so long. Elaine, what is one of your favorite stories that maybe you didn't expect, but you just haven't forgotten in the book?
Oh, you didn't expect. You haven't forgotten.
Favorite stories didn't expect, not forgotten. I think that if you truly want to see just how we've been able to do Vail, someone was asked about education, and at that point we were in trailers, and as it's gone on, we now have choices of charter schools, private schools, public schools, and a public-private participation in everything that we're doing. I think that the surprise is how complete and how professional Vail has become.
Yes. Yeah.
So that those stories will tell out with all 150 women's stories in the book. I think you'll love it. Take care.
All right, yeah, Meredith, you got to get yourself this book and hey, attend the event on Saturday if you want. Yes, some of my favorite stories. I love how Blanche Hauserman. She was on the cover of Life magazine a couple of times, and she knew Pete Seibert from back east. And they're like, "You should come out here. Can you open a store?" Like people were just trying to get all of their friends, family, anyone to come out. And I love the stories of people whose car broke down, and by the end of before their car was even fixed, they'd gotten a job, they found a place to live, and they weren't going out to Aspen or California.
So many great stories. We all need that book on our coffee tables. And it was so great to have you on the show, Elaine, especially for the month of March, which is celebrating women's history. So thank you for coming on. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to let you know about some fun things happening today. So stay with us.
Hi, I'm Peggy Ziegler, fashion guru and stylist for the outlets at Silverthorne. I'm here to share with you an amazing place called the Colorado Welcome Center. We've got fabulous brochures on all the nearby places and towns and things to do right here while you're in Summit County and visiting the outlets at Silverthorne. And of course, pick up your Elite Savings Card booklet, offering you fabulous discounts and a rewards program too. See you soon.
Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery is kind of a one-stop shop. We have everything in-house.
We have cast techs, MRI machines, x-ray of course right at the clinic, physical therapy right at our clinic.
I'm going to get to the bottom of what your diagnosis is with all the resources we have, and that's what we do.
All right, it is Thursday, and it's actually the third Thursday, and you know what that means. It is the Vail Opry Spring Series, so we're going to be seeing free music in Vail. Two different places, the International Bridge also known as the I Bridge. And that's right near Solaris. So there's going to be a big stage set up. Let your ears guide you. And there's going to be free music there. And then over in Lion's Head at the bus stop. And we have 3 different acts and artists coming. So we have Mark Farina, Ski Tour, and the Sponges. So nice way to boogie your opera in Vail. And then something happening up in Beaver Creek. Thursday, the annual Thursday Night Lights. So you're going to catch some live fireworks shows and then some night skiing, like a little ski down. So you have to be around level 4 intermediate to do this, but it is the only opportunity to ski at night. And you'll kind of have these glow sticks and it will ski down in little snake line. So this is going to be a little bit later than we've seen all year since we're seeing the time change. So 5 p.m. is registration. And instead of 5:30 upload, it's going to be closer to 7 because we're seeing the nighttime later on in the evening. So 7 p.m. is when you can catch that up in Beaver Creek. And there's only a couple more left. It ends in March. So make sure you catch a Thursday Night Lights. It's always iconic. And then, of course, opera is happening all across the villages in Vail, Lion's Head, Avon, Edwards, Beaver Creek. It's just a thing here. We always like to party after skiing. Après means after in French. So we take advantage of that. And one very famous opera singer is Phil Long. And he had the opportunity to catch up with Trisha for our Yeti's Grind coffee conversations. So let's hear a little more from him.
Welcome to Locals and Legends. We're at Yeti's Grind in Vail Village, talking to the one, the only entertainer here in the Vail Valley, Phil Long. Thank you so much for being a part of this today.
Well, I'm so honored to be here with you, Trisha.
Well, good to have you here. We're at the Vail Village location of Yeti's Grind. What's your choice? What do you like to get when you come here?
I'm a black coffee guy, and they have the best coffee in town, and I also love their panini. I like that turkey and avocado panini, and they have a great little croissant in the morning too, which I like, and I visit them often in Eagle.
Okay, all right, yeah, so he knows the drill. He knows why we're here. But we want to talk a little bit about your career. You've been playing in the Vail Valley opera ski music for how many decades now?
About 37 years.
Oh
so that's, a long time.
Yeah.
I'm an old man.
And you're from the Denver area.
I'm from Broomfield.
You knew about, the mountains and skiing and everything, but what made you decide to go into this line of music?
I think the decision was made for me.
Yeah.
I never really decided. I just told my parents when I graduated from college that I just wanted to try music. And my dad said, okay, well, make sure you have your health insurance. And so, I mean, literally, and I'm not figuratively, literally, I felt like after 20 years, I was still doing it. And then I was still doing it, and I'm still doing it.
Well, and après ski is such a part of the day here. It's such a part of people's trips and the atmosphere. I mean, the skiing's great. We've got wonderful mountains, but when you can come and hang with your friends, talk about your day over a beer, some nachos, sing along to some tunes, and I think that's where you really set yourself apart is you're so interactive with the crowd. And why do you feel that that's important?
Well, I think probably, to be honest with you, I was not a very strong player when I started. I felt like I was behind the game. There were so many good players when I started here in the late 80s or the mid 80s. And I just wanted to be a really great salesman. I wanted to get to know people and I wanted them to like me. And so I think that I realized that was an important piece of the puzzle. And after you see people for 5 or 10 or 3 or 37 years in a row, they just become your friends and you're playing like in your living room.
Well, and you know what? And you do a great job of getting the crowd involved and getting them involved with meeting each other. And I will admit, even though I met my husband in 2009, we did re-meet at one of your shows. And I call Phil Long the Match.com. Before there was Match.com, I know so many people that met at a Phil Long show, and they come back and tell you, they show you the pictures of their kids and everything.
Well, in the old days at the Red Lion, I probably introduced 50 couples who got married.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. No, I believe it.
So yeah, I'm very proud of that.
I know, and now you're over at the Vail Chop House,
That's
and that's
right.
in Lion's Head, and it's still going strong, and you still have a packed house all the nights you play, pretty much Wednesday through Saturday is your regular route.
That's right.
Do you have a favorite set of songs you like to play, or do you have a favorite artist that you like to play for the group?
I really don't. The most fun thing is to play things that people ask for, that you know that they want to hear, and that becomes my favorite for that moment. And occasionally I get to do something that's I haven't done in a while. People will say, can you play whatever, Dave Mason, and I'm like, oh yeah, haven't played the song in a long time. And so that becomes kind of a fun part of my night for them to pick out something, and I go, oh yeah, I know that song, and yeah.
Well, have you met any famous people while you've had this?
Besides you? Oh my gosh, I don't know. You're pretty top of the line. I've met so many. I mean, everybody from Lennox Lewis to, I don't know, Joe Walsh to Lennox, who else? OJ.
Yeah.
The Indigo Girls, Edwin McCain, so many great people come in all the time, and still to this day, Super Joe, shuffles in with his, with the trophy from, from the hockey,
Oh, yeah,
I mean, all those guys are just a bunch of nice.
Oh, and the Clemson coach, Dabo Sweeney, he'll pop in there.
Yeah.
So.
Those Manning boys will drop in from time to time. I mean, it's really fun. It's just, and I'm pretty starstruck, so I kind of stay away from them. I don't really bug them.
I'm gonna keep my piano as the buffer.
I'm just kind of weird, I get a little bit quiet, and I'm just like, that's that person, So I'm a celebrity watcher. I love it.
Okay, perfect. Do you have any advice for your younger self? Like, knowing what you know now, what kind of advice would you give yourself?
Well, in career, I'd say take chances early because you don't have anything to lose, because, I certainly spent a lot of my 40s and 50s taking big chances, and it's a little scarier. And just for career-wise, I worked really hard at my craft, and so I tried as hard as I could to get better all the time, and so from that part, I'm proud of myself, and I'm proud that I didn't just jump around all the time. Had I not stayed at the Red Lion for so long, I would never become an owner, and I would have never met some of, the great people that have helped me along the way.
Well, we're glad that you are still playing the keyboard, the guitar, making matches, a matchmaker out there. I know you got a gig, so we got to let you go. But of course, if we want to see you, you're over at the Vail Chop House, and what nights?
I do Wednesday through Saturday, pretty much all the time, and sometimes a little bit more than that, and 3 to 6, Wednesday through Saturday.
Yeah, come on down and see
Come on over.
Get reservations, because it's a busy place. Thanks so much, Phil. Good to see you.
Thank you,
Cheers.
my pleasure. Cheers.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery, keeping you active.
Let's take a last look at that weather so you can better plan for today and the weekend. We are currently in a winter weather advisory, and this is going to remain until 6 p.m. this evening. So we can expect to see about an inch on the valley floor and maybe even 2 to 5 up in the mountains. We'll see what the storm blows through, but plan on slippery road conditions. And currently we're starting a little cold, 13 on the peaks, 20 degrees here on the valley floor. We're going to see a high of 31, low of 11. Those cold temperatures are going to remain throughout the weekend, but the sun is going to start to pop out tomorrow a bit, and then it'll be fully sunny on Saturday. So we're seeing temperatures about the low 40s for the next couple days, and those low lows could even creep into the negatives. So give your time give yourself extra time in the morning to heat up that car because ice will freeze over, but we're going to really enjoy the sun and it's going to feel a lot warmer than 36 once that sun's out. So it's a good reminder to wear the sunscreen and reapply because it is intense up here at elevation. We're at anywhere from 8,100 to 13,000 feet if you're at the top of the peaks. So pretty intense, and we're a lot closer to the sun than sea level. But in the last 24 hours, we got 6 new inches of snow at Beaver Creek, 5 at Vail, and we are going to expect to see a little bit more snow today. Looking ahead, we're going to see another storm visit us starting Tuesday, and that'll be through Thursday. We can expect to see over a foot of snow in the next 6 to 10 days. And we are getting closer and closer to that 300-inch overall snow totals. If we can pull up that graphic, we are so close. So we're going to hit 300 just when? 296 inches for the current season. We have a 70-inch base. Just incredible. We've well surpassed the season total for last year. So we are in a great snow cycle. So if you are here visiting Vail Beaver Creek, you are in for a treat this year because the mountains couldn't be better. All of the mountains are completely open. We did see some issues with the Lion's Head gondola yesterday, so hopefully that'll be smooth sailing today. There's 5,000 acres on Vail to spread out. So speaking of gondolas, let's bring things back outside with Trisha and see if there's any kind of lines or action over at the Vail gondola.
Yes, Meredith, I'm at the base of Gondola 1, right here at the top of Bridge Street, Mountain Plaza. And, we've got the lift open, so the maze is moving through quickly. We've got a lot of people coming up. I can just hear the excitement, especially in the kids when they see the gondola, maybe for the first time. So we want to welcome all the families that are here for spring break, coming in from all over the nation. We know you have a choice when it comes to ski areas, and we're glad you've chosen Vail and Beaver Creek. So, people are coming up, lining up, and we're seeing a little bit of some blue sky pop through as well. So the visibility, it's kind of probably going to be a mixed bag, especially this morning as the storm system moves on out. But I was curious about that season to date total. So 296 at Beaver Creek. At Vail. Wow. Well, we might have to wait till next week, maybe, to get 4 more inches.
I know it might happen as soon as next Tuesday, but we'll have to celebrate 300 inches. I know other ski resorts in Utah and California, they've definitely seen even over 300 inches, but we're grateful for our snow here in the valley. Sometimes a little bit more south of us, Telluride, Carbondale, they'll get a little bit more snow, Crested Butte, but man, we are blessed this season.
Yeah, we sure are. And, it's so much going on today. I know you mentioned the Thursday night lights. And yes, that time has changed since we have moved into daylight savings time. So 7 p.m. is registration. Load up at about 7:30. So I think I'd maybe take the kids out to dinner, especially if they're little, a little bit earlier, and then do the Thursday night lights and then get them home to go to bed. So it's kind of a shifting of when you're going to feed the kids with this time change.
Yes, and there's also the opportunity to take them to the Magic Comedy Show at 4:30 and then maybe do dinner after. So lots of choices just on today. And then, of course, we're starting to see all of the St. Patrick's Day celebrations starting tomorrow, and that'll go all the way through the weekend.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? I've already seen a few costumes today. I've seen a dragon and I've seen a giraffe. I think tomorrow there's going to be a lot of green, whether you're wearing your green coat or your green ski pants or you're putting accessories on your helmet. It should be a fun and festive day. And we'll have a full lineup for you on tomorrow's show of what's going to be happening for St. Paddy's. And then don't forget tonight that Vail Opera concert that's going to be going on in town with 3 different performances. And these acts sound pretty awesome. The Sponges and Mark Farina and the Ski Tour. This should be a great show tonight for free.
for free. We love free music, especially during après, so you can get your groove on after skiing. But you're right, you got to come back here tomorrow because we're going to do the special St. Paddy's show for you. We'll have all the information on where you can party, and we'll bring in the festivities to you. So we'll be here same time, same place, 7:30, Facebook, YouTube, or Outside TV, Channel 17. Thanks for joining us today, everybody. Have a great Thursday, and we'll see you for tomorrow, Friday.